Coast Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, welcome back to Transit Me, OQB. Now, on this today's video Bafetu, or this video, rather, I would say, we have some good news and also some bad news. But I don't know, we're going to be here talking about it, and you will let me know whether you think it's good or bad news. Asas, but currently, remember we were linked with the move to Rulani Mokwena coming to Kaizer Chiefs to coach Kaizer Chiefs, which obviously I did speak with you guys, and I told a confirmation which definitely there's interest from Kaizer Chiefs to sign Coach Rulani Mokwena, but there was no formal talks or anything. It was just part of Kaizer Chiefs weighing their options, saying, okay, maybe he might make a good coach, maybe he might not make a good coach, maybe we'll approach him, maybe we'll not approach him. And then Kaizer Mtaung Jr. on the statement, he said we have the right person. Now we asked ourselves a lot of questions, but currently, I have some good news. I will start with the good news today, Bafetu, and then end with the bad news, unfortunately. So why? Because the story deems so. So currently, Coach Rulani Mokwena has departed with MC Alger. MC Alger is the team that he was currently coaching. And with that being said, Bafetu, he did talk about certain things. If the team wants you here, those are the kind of games that they win. Even though currently Njengoba Hamba Obashia with a 6-point lead, I believe. I think he's ahead in terms of the league. Yes, they did win the cup trophy. I think it's the Super Cup or something. But obviously, all will be revealed on the statement that I'm going to read here. So, that's a statement, Bafetu. The management of Algeria MC announces the departure of the South African coach Rulani Mokwena from the club's technical team following the activation of the clause that terminate his duties as head of the first team, whereby the contract provides that the coach pays the club 2 months' salaries if he wishes to leave. The decision came after the coach's meeting with the club's management, during which he expressed his conviction to end his time with the team. After 8 months at the club, during this period, Mokwena managed to lead the team to the title of the Algerian Super Cup. The team under his supervision has maintained the top of the professional league ranking since the first rounds of the season, in an experience that also saw the team exit from the competitors of the Copa Algeria and the African Champions League, which is CAF. The management of MC Alger would like to express its gratitude and appreciation to Coach Rulani Mokwena and his technical staff for the work and efforts they've put forward during their supervision of the team. They wish them all the best and success in their upcoming professional stations. We show MC Alger on the statement that was released a few minutes ago. It's breaking news, Buffett. It's breaking news. So the good news here is the fact that currently Coach Rulani Mokwena is a free agent. But as I've said, I do have some bad news. The bad news is, remember when we spoke about Coach Rulani Mokwena, and I told you guys that there's interest from another club who looks like they're serious in bringing this coach to their team, which currently that team is Al Ittihad. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. So it looks like Coach Rulani Mokwena might be going there. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it looks like he might be going there. Despite us being interested in Coach Rulani Mokwena, I don't think Kaizer Chiefs is going to sign him. But if they do, I will be here to let you know in terms of that. But for now, all I can say is it looks like after Coach Rulani Mokwena has paid off his debt, because obviously he needs to pay MC Alger, because remember, this is a contract termination. Despite saying it's mutual agreement, it's not mutual, because at the end of the day, Coach Rulani Mokwena needs to pay the 2 months that is remaining back to MC Alger. So definitely it makes sense though. It makes sense because he's not gonna be working for those 2 months. So if Begaidli Malakona, he needs to make a way, and then we said, but come on, those guys, they have money. People like Coach Rulani Mokwena, they don't work for money, they work just for the fun of it and also for the experience. So I did hear Coach Peter Msebane saying, as far as Coach Rulani Mokwena is currently that side, he needs to, sign with a lot more clubs, get more experience. So maybe this is him trying to get a little bit more experience. Remember, he was eliminated on the CAF Champions League. Obviously, that must have stunk. It was not part of his plans. And I feel like ever since Coach Rulani Mokwena came to those clubs, all he's looking for is to win the Champions League. And you can tell Uti Funa ngani lento. And that might not be good news. That might not be good news for him, because at the end of the day, when is he going to realize you? Sometimes there are certain things that you can push as much as you can push, but then you end up destroying other certain things. You understand? Same as what is done with the club. But despite that, I'm happy with his performances, because everywhere he goes and lives, you can definitely see the benefits from this coach. We are born out, okay, things are looking better for this club. Things are looking better. Yes, I've heard MC Alger have been winning the league, but I don't think last season that was the case. So now they're on the verge of winning the league. They're just left with few games, 2 months worth of games. And then if they play those games very, very well, then definitely they will win the league. And also, he has left the trophy. So that is good. That was good. Despite maybe feeling like, he's not getting the support that he needs. Because for me, I feel like one of the reasons why he left is the fact that he feels like he's not getting enough support. And maybe he's lost the dressing room. I don't know. But it's something that he talk about, on the statements when he was being interviewed, during a press conference after games and all those kind of things. So, maybe him making that statement, Mamelodi Sundowns needed a striker. They spend about 50 million and get the striker and find a solution. And definitely, even yesterday, Ulion managed to score, which they were playing CAF. I think they won 3-0 against the team that they were playing against. So that is something that I feel like I understand. And recent coaches, they do understand that it takes a lot for a big club, to be able to get things done right. Because as a big club, you don't have patience. You can't say, I'm going to sign someone, I'm going to wait for them and see how they're going to perform. No, you sign because you know that definitely this guy is going to perform, So that's part of the new system. I feel like that's part of the new system. And I feel like any coach that we're going to get is going to do the same thing. Coach Rulani Mokwena is going to do just that. Coach Peter Musimane, if he was signed by Kaizer Chiefs, he was going to do exactly just that. Coach Benny McCarthy, same thing. So that's one thing those coaches have in common, which it's something that Kaizer Chiefs is fighting against. They don't want that. They definitely don't want that. They want to promote, have patience, praying, give chance, and hope. Isn't though they are going to combine. But let's be honest, this is a big club. You can't have patience, because at the end of the day, this is a big club. The coaches understand that, it's unlike a small team. A small team, a coach arrives there, does his job, loses 2, 3, 4, 5 games. They understand. They're like, no, he's still combining and stuff. And also they're like, okay, he wanted this and wanted that, we could not provide. But then with a big club like Kaizer Chiefs, that is a problem. That is a problem. You will feel like the coach is not doing his job, because they are failing to give him the right tools so that the process can begin and quickly end. But I don't know. You let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you think Kaizer Chiefs is going to sign Coach Rulani Mokwena? Do you think he's leaving because he wants to come this side? I don't know. As he said down in the comment section below, but I don't believe that is the case. As much as I would have loved it to be so, I don't think it's going to happen. Reason why? You know how Kaizer Chiefs operate. Peace.